doubting me.
Dude,
like,
for real? I trusted
like, bro.
you. Come on, man. Mr. Tuna.
What's going on, guys? We're back with another video. We are tuning this 2016 Mustang GT. A little bit of flashbacks, but this car has a Whipple 3-liter done to it. We're gonna be tuning on it. The previous tune that was on this thing, it had a idle code. So basically the idle was all over the place. So 1100 RPM, it would hang there. It's also throwing a code like idle higher than expected. And the other major thing I found wrong with it is that the fuel trims were way far off. It was correcting like 15 to 25%, which on a boosted car like this, it's not good. Luckily, it was driving well enough with 15 to 20% saved in the long terms. We're gonna make it so that it's like 2% in long terms, which is basically what you want. Take a walk around it, let's take a look. I already got my base file loaded into it. It drives really good, so we're really going to be dialing in some final tweaks and some wide open throttle stuff. Yeah, let's take a look. So this car has a stock fuel system with fuel pump booster, and it has FIC 1000s. You can see we got a 3875, which on this I think is around 10 pounds. So we should be around 700 wheel horsepower. It's got the Whipple 132 throttle body. We also had to add in the IAT relocation kit. This one's from, I think, Lethal or VMP. Basically, you're breaking the IAT reading out from the MAF and you're bringing it to the downstream air temperature sensor. I think the previous guys were tuning this based off of Whipple OS. I gave a good effort, but the Whipple OS just, it doesn't really drive good, at least when you start modifying it. So I kind of threw that out. This is a stock Mustang GT OS calibration. If you guys know anything about tuning, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you have no idea, then, well, that's that. But most of the times when you go to an aftermarket tune, after you get rid of the Whipple tune, you're gonna put that IAT relocation in there because the Whipple uses the factory IMRC input for IAT1 and IAT2, but when you're not running a Whipple calibration, you can't use that. Got exhaust, and that's really about it. It's relatively bolt-on stock. I think it has a stage 3 MT82 and a McLeod RXT. Yeah, we're gonna get my new tune loaded up into it, do some final slow revs and idle tuning, and then we'll take it out and test out some wide open throttle stuff. Make sure it's good. Maybe even put it on the dyno, depending on the owner, see if he wants to put it on the dyno later, see what it makes. My guess, anywhere between 650 and 750. I don't know, guess we'll see. All right, so I just went ahead and made some basic changes. We're gonna go ahead and write this tune right into the car. Shouldn't take too long, we're just doing a right cal, not a right entire. I think we got rev limiter like 8,000-ish. It's just a basic combo stock fuel system, so nothing too crazy, but we know from past experience, these Whipples make some pretty good power. I think you can typically make up to 740, 750 on pump gas. I'm not sure what we'll see with that 3875 pulley. My experience in the past has always been with the 2.9, so this is a 3-liter Whipple, so we'll see. I mean, I think it should make over 7 on 93, but we're not going to get crazy with timing. There's no point in getting crazy with timing because the customer will probably end up doing E85 in a fuel system, and that's when you can just throw some timing at it. You're not going to have to worry about detonation. But yeah, let's get this tune in here. We'll do the basics, the idle, the slow rev, and then we'll take it out, wide open throttle logging going, make sure everything's all good. I typically tell my customers when I'm remote tuning, get a nice idle log, so 1 minute idle, and then we go ahead and do our slow rev, typically to 6,000. This helps get our fuel line close. So you can see there's a little bit of corrections we'll have to make. You know, basically this blue line down here. But for the most part, it's pretty close. I typically prefer them to be the ECU to be pulling fuel out rather than adding fuel, because that means that it's too lean. If it's too rich, within reason, you know, it's always safe. If it's too lean, obviously not great. So I think we're gonna make some small corrections there, throw a revision in, and we'll go out and drive. All right, so just made some minor changes to the math curve, and we're gonna load this revision in. I think it should be pretty dialed for some wide open throttle pulls. Not much timing in it. I think between 13 and 15 degrees at watt, so shouldn't have anything too crazy, shouldn't be too fast. That way we can make sure our wide open throttle fueling is good, and then we can start to add in just a little bit of timing. Nothing too crazy on the street. We get it on the dyno later, we can kind of play with that and kind of find the happy, sweet point of it. All right, so before both the previous tune and my initial tuning, it was kind of difficult with the Whipple OS and a few other things. To really get this throttle body dialed, no one provides the data for the Whipple 132. While you can compare the Whipple stock calibration, it doesn't work that well. So it takes quite a bit of time to get it to, you know, kind of drive right. Now it's driving pretty good. You know, third gear, fourth gear, wide open throttle, low RPM. Make sure our fueling goes where it's supposed to. Make sure the timing goes where it's supposed to. Pretty good. It went right to targeting 0.78 lambda just for right now. So it's going right into 0.77, 0.78. So I think on the dyno, I'll probably lean that out to probably 0.80. But so far, it seems good. I think once we get out to our Mexico spot, we can kind of do a full pull. Make sure it stays on target all the way through to 8,000. And we should be good to go there. Didn't feel too fast. It only had about 11 degrees timing, 13, something like that down low. I have it set up super soft. I don't want it to make a pull load of power here while we're trying to dial in the fuel. Alright. So we're just going to do a full pull. Make sure fuel stays on target. Pretty good.
Yep.
Fuel stayed on target. Doesn't feel super fast yet, but there's really no timing in it, so pretty happy with that. We're gonna take a look at the log, see where we can add, modify, dial in some fuel trims and stuff like that, and then should be good to go. I might feel confident and put it on the dyno today if we can. So I'll definitely report back on that.
Made it to the dyno.
Yep, we're over at Boost King Tuning, Red's Dyno. We're renting it. We're gonna make a hit here pretty soon. It's just gonna be that super soft tune that we have on it, and then we'll start making some changes. Right now we're just gonna roll it out. I think I gotta pull the dyno plug under the intake, but I'll turn advanced drive off right here. So we're just gonna roll it, tighten up the straps. We'll have Brett make sure the straps are good. All right, so we're gonna run it on the super low timing tune, but air fuel's pretty dialed. What do you think it's gonna make? I don't think it's gonna be a lot.
I'm gonna put it at 540, just with the timing map how it is now.
Yeah,
I'll say 540.
I think it's in the fives, so it's got no timing in it. But we're gonna go ahead and make a hit, so that way I get some good data, see if I have to make any fuel corrections, and then we'll start adding some timing. I'm nervous.
What are they?
540. We were on the dot.
Oh, dude, on the dot. My butt dyno's pretty good.
Yeah. So we'll put some timing into it, and well, I'm gonna look over everything, but I think it's ready for some timing.
I wonder if he's got headphones because it's really loud on the outside. My eardrum started ringing.
That's not bad though. I mean, that's great. Our butt dyno was perfectly calibrated.
Yes.
All right, new tunes in.
All right, what's your guesses?
If it sees the timing that I want to see, it'll make over 6.
Yeah.
So let's roll.
Well, I'll put the guess out there. I'm gonna say 6:30 on this one.
Woo! Going high.
I'm going high. I feel good about it.
Our goal here is to see some improvements. Going under the assumption that this stage 3 Calmer MT82 has a 4th gear 1-to-1. We might find out that it has fit, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Staying with 6:30.
Woo!
6:43.
Oh man!
Ah, dude, right on.
All the motherfuckers doubting me,
dude.
Like,
for real, I trusted
bro.
you. Come on, man. Mr. Tuna, the Tuna. I swear to God,
dude.
What was the torque? 498.
Yeah, I mean, so see this little dip here? I think I saw it. They pulled a little bit of timing out. So these Coyotes, they use map points. So there's like 25 different map points and 2 sets of spark tables between the MBT and borderline. So you got to follow the line and see which table is pulling the timing from for Gen 2, Gen 3. So we're just gonna build our timing curve and keep adding some timing until, you know, results kind of, you know, fall off. But I saw about 15, 16 degrees, so that's right where we wanted it.
So we're gonna add a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're gonna make sure air fuel's good as always. That's what I'm always watching air fuel, like primary, and then I'll look over at timing and knock or like anything like that, so I know if I need to lift. But air fuel is like, make sure that thing's good, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Look, we gained 100 horsepower with timing.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can see even in the down low. You know, see the graph right here? It picked up timing, I mean, it picked up power everywhere. And then we have this little dip that I'm gonna work on cleaning up, and then we'll add a little bit more, and I don't know, who knows, maybe we'll see 7. It's on a 38 something pulley, I forget what, 3825?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently, I can't talk today, so if you guys make fun of me, it's hot, so.
It's very hot. It's almost like you know what you're doing.
It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I mean, my very first car I tuned 100% by myself was my 1,000 wheel horsepower single turbo Coyote on this dyno. I mean, 1,000.
Yeah.
First time.
First time. All right, predictions.
High 6s.
I like to gamble, so I'm gonna put a couple chips on. I'm gonna say 715.
Let's see.
We'll see. $665. I lost my money.
But we got a smooth graph, bro.
Oh yeah.
Smooth. 665. I'm pretty happy with that so far.
Oh yeah. Is there still more room on the table?
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at the log, of course. Make sure air fuel's dialed. Make sure everything's, you know, feeling good. I have an idea of what we can run for timing, ignition timing up top. If you actually look at the graph, you can see just kind of like it's kind of, let's see, we made peak power at 75. And my guess is where it starts to kind of fall over, I think we can add a little bit of timing in this little region here. And we might start to see that graph start to, I don't know if it'll touch 7. Don't know. But we might see it start to make that upward climb. You gotta remember, we don't have a ton of boost that we're working with, so.
It's also very hot.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, it's very hot.
We made more torque, 522 torque. I don't think I'm really laying into it too early, so it's not going to make a ton of low end torque. I'm not trying to, but yeah, let's see what we can do for improvements. We'll get back with you. All right, so the only change I made here was just a watt lambda target. See if it likes a little bit leaner. We were at a 7.8 lambda target before. We'll go 8.0 for those of you air-fuel ratio guys that don't understand lambda, which I recommend you understanding. 8.0 target is about a 11.7 air fuel. We're just on 93 pump gas. Haven't ran into any knock so far, and we don't want to. But yeah, we're just gonna go make a straight, apples to apples comparison and see if it likes a slightly leaner air fuel. So yeah, let's make a quick hit. What do we got? I think she likes more fuel, bud.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, there's that theory. Yeah, we can also look at temps too. It's important to look at kind of temps run to run. I think it looked pretty decent, so let's take a look. What's up?
Not bad, huh?
Making I just went from 7.8 to 8.0 lambda, and it made more power with 7.8, so we're gonna go back.
Nice.
But look at these improvements, man. So that's what it came in on, 546.
Yeah. How many degrees?
6. That was like no timing.
Yeah.
That was like my it won't blow up.
13 degrees kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like 11, 13.
Yeah.
So, but I had a lot of these little dips, and then I got the timing like beautiful. So it made 643, and it still had this little dip, and then I cleaned it up, made 665. Still not really a lot of timing, like 16 degrees up top.
For a daily pump gas in the heat, it's probably pretty good, but you could probably make a glory run at like 18, and that's about it.
Yeah, I've seen some logs from some other like Whipple setups that I had before, and I've seen 19 on pump, which I was like. So I'm just gonna kind of step into it, see what it likes. It definitely likes the richer air fuel, that's for sure.
Yeah, the Gen 2, Gen 3, they run pretty fat.
Yeah, so 7.8, I'm gonna go right back to that. It loves it, because these were back to back, 665 to 647. The only thing changed was the target.
Nice.
And it stayed right on 8.0, that one, and that one stayed right on 7.8. So
looks good. I love that torque. Flat as can be.
Yeah. So we'll go back there and sprinkle in a little bit of timing, and then I think she's good. Runs good though.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
Oh yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, I took a tuning school class with Brett, and then he also has this super cool operation here.
Yeah, it's my little digs over here.
Yeah, so if you guys need some dyno time, tuning, whatever, he's here. I also tune, resident tuner.
They don't hurt my feelings, we're all friends.
Yeah.
Big horsepower.
We all bother each other too.
Beat Camaros and Hellcats.
Yep. All right. See if we can get a consistent timing pull. We got some cooler air rolling in from the storm, so see what happens. pretty solid.
Yeah, that felt good. What do we got?
Woo! 697. Dude,
Yeah.
these cars love timing.
What do you make?
697.
Yeah.
Dude.
Not bad, huh?
I think it's got 7 in it.
Remember what happens when we chase those numbers, right?
I know we're on Pumpcast,
Yeah.
but it's happy. Like there's no knock. There's not like. I think I can put 1 degree in it.
Go for it. And even if it knocks, it'll tell you.
Yeah,
It's not gonna hurt anything.
It's happy. Dock sensors are all there and active, doing their thing.
Yeah, man.
I'm so happy. Came in it with 550 wheel. Coming out.
On the big pulley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the big pulley.
The big pulley.
Dude. Yeah. So stoked on that.
All right, so last curve and everything, it looked good.
Yeah,
spot
everything
on.
looks solid. Added a degree up top. I think this is probably going to be the last one. As long as we don't see, you know, any sort of weird hiccup or anything. But I left everything exactly the same, just added a degree in. So we're going to try to make 700. If don't make 700, it's no big deal. You know, we're not chasing a number. We're just seeing where it's happy. I think that's a wrap.
Yep, I think that's a wrap.
We did it. 704.
Nice.
I'm probably gonna pull the timing out. That's not really that great for a degree.
No, it's law of diminishing gains, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's 18, just a hair of 18 up top. I see he's pretty happy. This is probably only 8 to 10 pounds of boost, so.
Oh, okay.
So he can run a little bit more time.
You're on standard?
Yeah. Yeah, I just kept it about the same, but if you look at original,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Crazy.
It's a mountain comparison. So
Wow.
I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and dial it back, keep it on that 18 peak. Seems pretty happy.
I think it's good. Little street test, and you're good to center home.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Edgar's gonna be really happy with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna do a quick test, second gear. Yeah, it's fun. That's different than before.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that before. Of course it's gonna start raining on us.
Yeah. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Edgar's Whipple S550 is tuned. It gives a little bit of throwback, white, whippled S550. But if you guys need a Mustang lifestyle tune, we offer them down in the description. Go check it out. Make sure you hit the like button. I think we had a pretty cool, fun day making from our first baseline tune of 550 wheel all the way up to just a little bit over 700 wheel horsepower. I know Edgar's going to be really happy. His original tune was really bad, drove terribly, fuel trims were awful, and it had a check engine light. So this thing is going to be awesome. And the check engine light was for bad idle. It literally said idle higher than expected. Now there's no check engine lights, so it runs great, runs awesome, and we'll see you guys in the next one.